Hello everyone. From today, we are going to start daily minute series. Now we will upload one video daily consisting of the questions that has been asked previously in the examinations and the explanation related to that. We'll also give you the terminology related to that questions. Okay. So without delaying, let's start our video. The first questions which has been asked in the IBPS or IFO, IBPS, AFO, RRBSO, NABARD is the process in which secretion of milk by the glandular secretory tissue of milk animals and their collection in the various duct system terminating in the let down when subjected to a specific stimuli is termed as. The first option is involution, lactation, gestation, galactopoiesis, and galactopoietic. Now, before giving answer to these questions, first I will explain the meaning of all the 5 terms. Okay, and then automatically you will know what is the answer of these questions. Okay, first is involution. What is involution? Okay, now what happens when the organ has got enlarged? Yeah, the size of organ has increased. Yeah, you can see in when milk animals give birth to their young ones. Yeah, when during calving, what happens? Their uterus gets enlarged. Nearly after 1 month, it comes to its normal size. We can call that as a involution. Means shrinking or return of organ to its normal size after enlargement. When the organ has enlarged, after that it returns to its normal size. That is known as involution. Okay. Now next is lactation. This process generally starts little bit before parturition or just immediately after the parturition. What is parturition? The act of giving birth. That is known as parturition. Okay. Now what happens in lactation? There is secretion of milk by the glandular secretory tissue of milk animals, and after that milk is collected in the various duct system, and after that there is a let down when there is stimulation from outside. Not outside means what? From external stimulation means you can say the external stimulation means that stimulation is given by the hormones present in the milk animals, and for this let down of milk, which hormones is responsible? Oxytocin. When oxytocin gives stimulations, the glandular secretory tissue just secrete milk that is collected by the various duct systems, and that leads to the let down of milk. Means milk is ready to release. Okay. When the milk is released, then the process of milking is done by the farmers or what, and that, see, for ideal duration of milking, what, 5 to 8 minutes, and generally you can do twice a day milking. And milking can be done by various methods. You can do fisting, you can do knuckling method or stripping, even you can do by machines. Okay. Then next is gestation. What is gestation? Gestation means, see, when the female animal have fetus in them, then the entire developing phase of the fetus inside them, that is known as gestation. That is known as condition when the fetus that is present in the uterus is developing. That is known as gestation. Okay. Now different animal have different gestation period. Okay, because every animal cannot have same gestation period. Means if the fetus is developing, in some animals fetus can develop in 114 days, in some animals it takes 285 days, in some animals it takes 310 days. Suppose we are talking about, if you are talking about cow, then in cow this development of gestation period is 285 days. When you talk about buffalo, it is of 310 days. When you talk about the swine, it is 114 days. Then every animal have different gestation period. Okay. Now next is galactopoiesis. As the lactation is started, yeah, as initiated. Now, how long the lactation is maintained? That if the lactation is started, it has to be maintained for a certain period. That term is known as galactopoiesis. Galactopoiesis. Now is galactopoietic. Just I told you in the lactation that there is secretion of milk when there is a subjected to a specific stimuli. Now that is what? oxytocin. Then hormones that which stimulates or increase the secretion of milk, that is known as galactopoietic. Now I have explained you all the 5 terms. Okay, when I've explained you all the 5 terms, now you can know the answer of the question which I have just asked you. The answer will be lactation. Okay, next question is, as per PFA, standard SNF in cow milk is, option is 8.5, 6.5, 9, 9.5, 8. Okay, see, first you should understand what is PFA. PFA is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, and SNF is solid not fat. See, milk consists of fat as well as solid not fat. Okay, when you evaporate all the water from the milk, the remaining constituent will be solid fats. Okay, in that solid part, one constituent will be milk fat. Now you remove that also, milk fat also you have removed, and water also you have removed. Now the remaining constituents like lactose, yeah, minerals, whatever is present there, that will be known as SNF. Okay, from this topic, repeatedly question is being asked in the examinations. Okay, now I'll show you the chart. You can see when you talk about the milk fat and SNF, every animal milk have different fat content and SNF content. Okay, you can see about the cow, its milk fat content is 3.5% and SNF is 8.5%. When you talk about the buffalo, you see fat content is 5% and SNF is 9%. Goat, sheep, fat percent 3%, SNF 9%. Sterilized milk, fat percent 4.5%, SNF 8.5%. Recombined milk, fat 3%, SNF 8.5%. Toned 3% fat, 8.5% SNF. Double tone 1.5% fat, 9% SNF. Skimmed 0.5% fat, 8.7% SNF. Okay, now various types of questions are being, simply they will ask you the fat content or SNF content, or they may ask you the which animal have highest SNF content or lowest SNF content in their milk. Yeah, they can ask you which animal have highest fat content or lowest fat content in their milk. Okay, then this topic is very important, and every year some type of question is being asked from this chart. Okay, suppose you are talking about the animals, that which animal have the highest lactose then in their milk, then you can say buffalo. Okay, highest fat, sheep, followed by buffalo. Protein, sheep. Highest SNF also sheep. Highest S also sheep. Okay, when you now if you talk about the lowest fat, then it's cow. Then various types of questions are being asked from these questions. This chart, you have to remember this chart very nicely. Okay, now you have seen the chart. Now, if you learn the chart, you can automatically answer the previous question which I have asked from you. Okay. Now, next question is the process through which breaking of milk fat globules into a small uniform size is known as. Okay, pasteurization, sterilization, bacteriophagation, standardization, homogenization. Okay, like before, just I'll first explain the 5 questions or this 5 terminology. After that, you will know the answer. First is sterilization. Sterilization, this process which is associated with the milk, means we are heating the milk in a container to a temperature of near about 115 to 120 degrees Celsius for a period of 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, after that heating, we are packing this in a container in aseptic condition. Aseptic condition means germ-free condition, so that we can preserve the milk at our room temperature for a period means not less than 15 days from the date of manufacture. Means sterilization is done to increase the storage life of milk. Okay, and this is clear. Now is standardization. There are many constituents present in the milk. Okay, but every constituent should be maintained a proper level, or it should be at a nominated level. Okay, then this is the adjustment of the constituent of the milk. What happens in milk industry? This generally is done to reduce the butter fat content. And if you have to reduce the butter fat content, either you can add the skim milk because that fat content is very low, and or just you remove the cream. That is known as standardization. Bacteriophagation. This is the process in which we use centrifugal force to remove the microorganism from the milk. And this process in separation, only those microorganisms, mainly those microorganisms are removed which are spore formers. Okay, so that we can easily sterilize the milk at a lower temperature at less time. Okay, that is known as bacteriophagation. Homogenization, this is mechanical treatment. In this way, the larger fat globules is broken down into a smaller fat globules and dispersed in the milk. Okay, just in the milk industry, it is just done to prevent the formation or delay the formation of cream in cream. Okay, and this is achieved by reducing the diameter of fat globules. Generally, fat globules size ranges from 2 to 12 micrometer, but when homogenization is done, its size reduces to 2 micrometer or less than that. Okay, you understood what is homogenization? Now it's pasteurization. Pasteurization is done by heating every particle of milk at least at a 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes or 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. Okay, this is mainly done to remove the microorganism or germ-free milk. Okay, you have to make this milk germ-free. Then after, when you gone through this all 5 explanation, now the answer would came in your mind. What will be the answer of that question that I have asked previously? The question was the process through which breaking of milk fat globules into a small uniform size is known as. The answer will be homogenization. Okay. Then this is the way how we are going to give you daily one video, and we'll ask 2-3 questions and explanation related to that and terminology related to that. After that, at last, we'll give you one question that you have to answer in our comment box. Okay. See, how much amount of blood needs to pass through udder for 1 ml of milk production? Options is 200 to 300 ml, 300 to 400 ml, 400 to 500 ml, 500 to 600 ml, 800 to 1000 ml. This you have to answer in the comment box. Okay, anything details regarding this our will be given in our description box. Just you have subscribe our channel, YouTube channel, just press the bell icon so that you could not miss our any video, because this is going to continue till your examinations. Okay, now when we read the questions, after reading the questions, try to read options twice or thrice, because sometimes if you read the questions properly, you will get the answers more clearly. So what students do, they read the questions and they start searching the answers in the options. No, first read the 5 options by concentration. Ultimately, means you can, if you read the options nicely, you can easily eliminate 2-3 options. Okay, so it is not necessary that you should read only questions nicely. You have to read the options also nicely. Slowly you will learn in our video how we have to eliminate the options. Everything I'll tell you in the video. Okay, thank you.